Millions of consumers are changing how they look for information online. Instead of typing a query into Google and scrolling through pages of blue links, they are opening platforms like ChatGPT or Perplexity, asking a direct question and waiting for a single definitive answer. If a generative AI engine names your brand in that exact moment, you have a chance to win a customer. If it does not explicitly name you, you are entirely invisible to that buyer. Your product quality and your advertising budget are irrelevant if the AI doesn't pull your name into its output. Consider an imaginary business called Glow & Grain. The founder spent 2 years building a highly successful physical skincare brand, specifically a cold-pressed rosehip face oil. She had thousands of happy customers. But when she asked ChatGPT to name the best natural face oils for sensitive skin, her competitors appeared, and Glow & Grain was completely absent. To understand why a successful brand gets ignored, look at this logic model representing how an algorithm builds trust. Before recommending anything, an AI requires 3 strict criteria. First, external database verification, proving the business exists in reality. Second, credibility, built through third-party mentions on review sites or publications. Third, absolute clarity in how the brand is described. Glow & Grain's website featured beautiful, highly emotional copy about celebrating pure, intentional beauty. When the AI attempted to scan the site, those abstract ideas failed to process through the rigid circuit. The algorithm could not extract hard facts about what the product actually was or who it was for. Fixing this requires targeting the right platforms first. Because Glow & Grain sells a physical product to consumers with immediate buying intent, the founder prioritized Perplexity and Google's Gemini. Those engines scan the web in real time or near real time, responding to updates in weeks. Slower learning models like ChatGPT and Claude were pushed to the back burner, as their data takes months to refresh. AI algorithms cannot read marketing poetry, they evaluate risk. To consider a brand real enough to recommend, the machine requires a tightly woven, highly verifiable web of cold, hard facts. Rebuilding that web of facts starts with a mandatory technical and digital footprint audit. Over the first 2 weeks, a brand must uncover exactly how internet bots perceive its data across every corner of the web. During her audit, Glow & Grain's founder discovered a massive technical barrier. A default security setting on her Shopify store, a background file called robots.txt that tells web crawlers what they're allowed to read, was literally blocking Perplexity's bot from accessing her site. Her developer cleared the block in 10 minutes. The audit also revealed highly fragmented data scattered across the internet. Glow & Grain had conflicting founding dates listed on business directories like Crunchbase, and its LinkedIn profile featured a description that didn't match the company website. To solve this, she wrote a master description. This was a zero-emotion paragraph consisting entirely of concrete facts, the exact target audience, the ingredients, and the pricing. This dense block of data was copied identically across her website, LinkedIn, and Trustpilot. She also built a highly factual FAQ page answering customer search questions. Crucially, a last updated date acts as a mandatory freshness signal, telling real-time engines the information is current. In parallel, she ran an external verification campaign. She claimed the brand's Google business profile and set up an entry on Wikidata, an open-source database AI heavily relies on for fact-checking. This proved to the algorithms that Glow & Grain had a physical and corporate existence. Brutal consistency across the broader internet is the foundational currency of AI trust. If the facts on a company's website align perfectly with the facts in independent databases, the algorithm flags the entity as reliable. With the foundation clean and consistent, the strategy shifted to offense in weeks 9 through 13. The goal was to generate unique, credible data signals that external AI systems could trace back to the brand. Glow & Grain surveyed customers about skin improvements, publishing the findings as a proprietary report on their domain. They pitched these unique statistics to industry publications. When independent outlets wrote about it, they created new, permanent pathways of credibility pointing back to the brand hub. The team also engaged in active Reddit communities, answering skincare questions with highly factual, balanced options, rather than dropping promotional links. AI systems index these helpful, upvoted replies as markers of trusted community consensus. Finally, the founder began posting professional insights about skincare formulation on LinkedIn. Over several months, slower AI systems map the individual's recognized industry expertise back to the corporate entity. Long-term authority in generative search is earned by becoming an original, verifiable source of data. When independent communities consistently reference your proprietary information, the algorithms elevate your brand to the top of their answers. At the end of the 90 days, Glow and Grain tested their results. Perplexity was actively citing the brand's new FAQ page. Google's Gemini included them in its natural face oil category rankings, and ChatGPT was finally describing their products with total accuracy. Look at this comparison matrix. It illustrates the fastest way to destroy an answer engine optimization effort, prioritizing beautiful language over strict structure facts. Save the emotional marketing for social media ads. The pages AI bots read must read like a standardized form. The second major error is assuming the work is finished. AI trust decays rapidly. If a brand fails to update its key web pages, FAQs, and timestamps on a strict 90-day refresh cycle, the algorithms will downgrade that content as outdated. Brands also frequently make the mistake of polishing their own website while entirely ignoring third-party review platforms and external open-source databases. Algorithms do not view self-reference as highly credible. Maintaining visibility in AI search requires permanent upkeep. Businesses must view factual consistency as a structural requirement for their digital survival. Earning that citation means you exist to the modern buyer. Keeping it means you stay alive.